With the third-term holiday gone, students in Lagos State primary and secondary schools resumed for the 2019-2020 academic session. Officials of the Lagos State Ministry of Education, a team from the State Universal Basic Education Board (SUBEB), and Tutor General Permanent Secretaries of Lagos State Education Districts visited schools across the state to ensure smooth resumption. In a message, the Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, urged students to excel not just in academics, but also in extracurricular activities.
As a mother, what do you want for your children? That they should excel, they should do well, and excel in every aspect, not just the academic. Because like all teachers know, the cognitive, the affective, the psychomotor, so that we ensure that our children are clever, our children have empathy and well-behaved and have values, and also that our children are able to fit in into anywhere they meet themselves. That's my wish and desire for every child.
The executive chairman of the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, Dr. Ganiu Shokpeyi, says a lot has been put in place to ensure that education offered in the state is comparable to any education system in the world.
Immediately, His Excellency, the Governor, and His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, were sworn in. You can see them swinging into action, and not only on other areas of governance, even in the area of education. You can see them visiting schools, collecting data on dilapidated structures in schools and so on. A lot of things are going on the ground by the governor to ensure that education system in Lagos State is improved upon in the area of infrastructure, in the area of personnel, and a host of them. By the grace of God, between the 2019-2020 academic session, education in Lagos State will be comparable with any education system in the world.
The permanent secretary, who visited schools in Agege, explained that the resumption has been properly planned for by all stakeholders. She advised the students to work harder than they did in the previous session and thanked the teachers for their commitment, urging them to do more.
From what you have seen, the principals have been admonished through the tutors general to make sure that the school is set. And since last week, they've already had pre-resumption meeting in all the schools with the teachers, the principals, and the teachers to plan the activities for the first term. And also what is expected. If you look around, you will see banners welcoming the pupils and the students back to school to say we are ready for you. And if you look at the environment, it's not all that. It doesn't even show that this is the first day of term. As you see, many of them, they are in their classes and work has resumed. At least when I enter here, I didn't see any child loitering within the premises. Neither did you see any loitering outside the premises, which shows that the children are already prepared and set for work.
In Education District 1, a prayer service was organized to usher the district into the new academic session. The students were admonished to be obedient to their parents and teachers, and also to see the new session as a fresh start to correct past mistakes and aim for greater success.
It saddens my heart so much when I see parents complaining about their children. They come to school and they tell the teacher, "Sir, ma, there are several narrations from the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam telling us how great our parents are in our lives. I want to advise each and every one of you, please be respectful to your parents, be dutiful to your parents, be polite to your parents."
It doesn't matter the number of laurels that you won last year. You are having a fresh beginning. Yesterday is gone. This is a new day. It's a new beginning for you to correct bad mistakes, the errors of the past, the bad decisions you made last year. Some of you, unfortunately, might be repeating. It's a new beginning for you. You must study to show yourself approved, so that your parents will not be ashamed of you.
Speaking with Education Report on TV, the Tutor General Permanent Secretary of the district, Mrs. Titilayo Sholari, enjoyed all stakeholders to partner for greater achievements in this new school year.
We have dedicated today the first few hours of resumption to prayer session and talking to them. And I'm happy, sincerely, that these students listen very well. I also use the opportunity to encourage our principals to be steadfast, the teachers to be dedicated. The government is doing a lot for us. We are getting our salaries as at when due. So what can we do? To whom much is given, much is expected. And that is my message to our principals, teachers, all stakeholders. I also mentioned parents. They are our partners. They should not relent in helping us. Government cannot do it alone. And that is why I'm happy the parents are also here this morning. They have listened to us and they have promised to partner with us. The management and staff resumed a week before today to prepare for resumption. We are set and ready for the students for this new academic session. We have had a training organized by Google for us to be prepared for the 21st century teaching and for our students to excel academically.
Some students in the district who spoke to Education Report on TV thanked the Lagos State government for the free and qualitative education they now enjoy. They promised to excel in their studies.
I will improve on my academics better.
The holiday was interesting and it is a very long holiday for the students. But during the holiday, I came for lesson in the school compound here. My message for my colleagues is that they should focus on their education and put more effort to it.
In Education District 2, the Tutor General Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Anike Adekoye, while addressing the students, affirmed government's readiness in making the new session a memorable one.
I am using this opportunity to welcome back my valued students, teaching, not teaching, with the parents to a new academic year. By the special grace of God, it will be a peaceful and successful one in the name of our God. And it shall be well with all of us. I want them to join hands together to move Education District 2 higher, so that the governor and all the good people of Lagos State will be indeed proud of all of us.
For the children to have come en masse to school today, we know that the parents are also prepared and the students are also prepared. This year we expect that our performance will outshine that of last year by what we do, by the activities of the teachers and students. We will do things differently so that we'll have a better outcome.
The Tutor General Permanent Secretary of Education District 3, Dr. Olufolaimika Ayondele, who visited schools, welcomed the students and teachers and charged them to give their best in the new school year.
I, Dr. Yinka Ayondele, wish all our students, our teachers, non-teaching staff, and other stakeholders a very hitch-free 2019-2020 academic session. I also pray for good health, sound mind, and huge success. It is time for us to break boundaries, unleash potentials, aim for the top, and be the best that we can be. Yes, we can.
Education District 4, the Tutor General Permanent Secretary, Mr. Olumide Erinle, met with the students at their assembly ground. He advised them to shun all vices and focus on their studies.
We have resumed. You will now take your book, read, and pass your exam. The ultimate thing in life for you at this age is to sit down, read, and pass your exam. My guest, I warn you, you have to zip up. You have to what? Zip up. You have to what? Zip up. My God Almighty will help all of you in the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. In the name of Allah.
Mrs. Okelola Oludara, who is a Tutor General Permanent Secretary of Education District 5, visited schools in that district. She commended the work done so far and urged all stakeholders not to rest on their oars.
We are starting the session on a good note. As you can see, the schools are settled. I was in Ajegunle yesterday. I visited 27 schools within Tolu complex, and I can tell you categorically that they are ready to work. They are ready to work within what is available for them. So all the things that are not in place, we plan to make sure that they are in place. We plan to have a total child, a child who can stand, a child who can hold his head anywhere in the world, a child who is ready to make use of the opportunities that is available for the child. And the teachers are ready to work.
Our students have resumed and we have shared them into classes, and by the grace of God, all the teachers, they are aware of the subjects and the number of periods they are to take. So we have commenced fully the activity for the new section. We believe that God will strengthen our students to perform excellently in various competitions, academic, vocational, and otherwise, to lift up the name of the school and education in Lagos State Ministry as a whole.
We've had a great leap from where we were before. I'm very proud and happy to have this opportunity to let you know that this session, the last session of WAEC, we had 91%, a far cry from 20% we were coming from. And I'm so happy that the structures we put in place, that we are even still going to fortify this session, worked for us. We made sure we were coming 7 a.m. to teach the children. I, as a principal, I taught English too. I taught orals. And then we got many other teachers, retired and from other schools, who collaborated with us. The children are quite motivated. We have our slogans for every session. Last session is, I will make it in Awori. This session is, I will make it happen. And it will happen well for us.
The Tutor General Permanent Secretary of Education District 6, Mr. Ebenezer Abayomi Olusonya, also paid a visit to schools in his districts, and he had this to say.
We are resuming today, and what I want from my students is all of them to come back to school and start their work. And all the school visited, they are actually teaching them. So I'm appealing to them that they should look at their work and move forward rather than sitting down at home. Moreover, let me wish them a successful 2019-2020 academic section.
Turnout was quite impressive. The cleansing of the school was done adequately and efficiently. And today also, 10th September, with the visit of the Teacher General Permanent Secretary, we have really found out that the school is well set. Teaching and learning have started in earnest. Everything that we need to take the school to greater heights is already put in shape.
The school resumed yesterday with so much expectations, even from the children. We were able to tidy up the environment, all the safety tips were put in place. The staff and teaching and learning started earnestly yesterday. With the visit of the TGPS this morning, I'm sure the staff and the students, their spirits have been lifted, and we are praying that 2019-2020 academic session will be the best for us.
A team from Suburb, led by the board secretary, Mrs. Folusho Ajimoti, visited primary schools to ensure smooth resumption. Mrs. Ajimoti expressed satisfaction with the conduct of the teachers and the turnout of the pupils.
You can see that we have gone out since morning trying to check how ready the pupils are for the session. We have seen, like you can see yourself in the school that we are right now, that the pupils are fully prepared, taking welcome tests, and you also see that some of the inclusive children, pupils, they are already in school, in readiness for what they are going to face for the session. I'm seizing this opportunity to tell parents that in Lagos State, we have resumed work today. Schools have resumed fully today, and they should release their pupils as from tomorrow. Some of them are taking the federal change in date of resumption to be that of Lagos State. But Lagos State has resumed fully today.
Teachers of the schools visited, while speaking to Education Report on TV, expressed their readiness for the new academic term. In this new academic session, school administrators and teachers are expected to efficiently discharge their duties, while the students are expected to be more dedicated, focused, and determined to excel in their studies.